Hi everybody, we have a birth announcement video for these brand new Australian Labradoodle puppies. Hi, I'm Claire from Isle Labradoodles, and today we are introducing you to the 9 medium-sized Australian Labradoodle puppies from our Extra Innings litter. And in today's video, we're going to tell you about the birth of these puppies, give you an update on Mama Labradoodle Spirit here, and we're also going to tell you about each of the puppies, what time they were born at, what their color and pattern is, and what their birth weight was. And then we'll tell you a little bit about their first 24 hours of life. So these puppies are all going to mature to be medium-sized Australian Labradoodle puppies. This is Mama Spirit's final litter. She lives with us permanently, not like one of our guardian dogs. So you'll find she is a little bit different in her behavior in these videos. And that's because she's at home. She's not somewhere different. So you'll notice that she doesn't look at me as much as the other dogs do, especially right now when she's still very tired from the hard work of delivering 9 puppies. That is a huge accomplishment for a mama dog. So she's just going to keep her head right over here, and she's probably going to just sleep and know that I've got everything under control and not worry. So when we have one of our guardian Mama Labradoodles here, they tend to be a little bit more alert as to what I'm doing, because of course they don't live with me year round. While they know me and they trust me, they're still much more somewhat protective, I guess you would say, of their puppies. Whereas Spirit's like, oh, it's okay. Mom's here, she knows what she's doing, and I'm not in the least bit worried. Now also, because Spirit has had 4 litters before this is old hat for her. She's not in the least bit concerned. It would have to be a puppy in extreme distress for her to really be worried. Otherwise, she knows her job is to be calm, relaxed, and let the puppies nurse. And of course, she cleans them. She does do that on a regular basis, but she's much more relaxed about the whole thing and much more easygoing about it because, hey, this is not her first rodeo, so to speak. So let's give you a little bit of information on these puppies. Oh, here comes Spirit's going to say hi. Hey, BB girl. So she's going to do a little bit of washing of each of the puppies. Now, if you followed our channel and watched our other birth announcements, you will know that all puppies, including Labradoodle puppies, are born with their eyes and their ears sealed shut. So they cannot see and they cannot hear. They also cannot control their body temperature. And the other thing they can't do is go to the bathroom. So mamas have to stimulate their puppies by licking and make sure that they both pee and poop. And the mama dog actually consumes that. And the reason for that is based in a long ago need for puppies to be protected from predators. Because obviously if dogs were not living with people, they would be outdoors, and mama dogs would have built a nest for them by digging out an oval shape in the ground that would have had some sort of cover on it. And then to keep predators away, they would have consumed anything that the puppies eliminated to avoid any possible scent detection by predators. So that's the reason why the dogs do this. So here you can see now Spirit's panting, and oftentimes people ask us, well, why do they pant? Well, first of all, as I said, the puppies cannot control their own body temperature, so we have the room warm. So right now the temperature is at 23 degrees Celsius. We'll leave it like that for the first week, and then we'll turn it down to 22, and then we'll turn it down to 21. So it's a bit warm if you're an adult dog and you can control your temperature, which is what Spirit is doing by panting. It's also really hard work to feed all these puppies, and she has 9 bodies pressed up against her, nursing away. So there's a lot going on for her. So that's why mama dogs pant. It's also really important that our mama dogs have lots of fresh water because they need water for their milk production. Now you can see that Spirit's got lots of milk. Everybody's happily nursing. If there wasn't enough milk, you would hear lots of screaming and yelling, and you cannot believe how these small little creatures who are not quite 24 hours old can make a lot of racket. It is amazing how much noise they can make. Actually, they are all 24 hours old, but regardless, they're just newborns, and already you can see that they're very adept at getting themselves into different positions to nurse. You can see this one here is actually underneath and nursing from the second lower level of the milk bar because there's not enough room for all 9 of them on the top at once. And you can see blue collar boy here. I'm helping him because he's sometimes coming off of this one. Oh, he's decided he's done with that one. So that may be because the milk is finished here. I doubt that it is. No, there is still milk there, but he's had enough now. So he's just going to, he's all tanked up and had enough. And you'll see me quite often too. We'll move Yellow over here. See if we can get Yellow to go onto this one. Now the reason why I'm trying to get Yellow to go onto this back one is that the back spots are always the fullest, and this is where you are most likely to possibly develop a problem with mastitis because it's harder work for the puppies to nurse off of these ones because they are so full. So when they're little like this, they'll tend to ignore them. Notwithstanding that, they will still fill up the most, and so you have to be very mindful and keep a very close eye on these back faucets and make sure that they aren't becoming too hard. So what we also do, because I can feel right here in Spirits that there is a little bit of hardness, we put on a really warm cloth with a little bit of green cabbage, and we hold it on there for 10 minutes a few times a day, and that helps to make sure that we don't develop any issues with mastitis. And then also we'll come in probably 4 to 6 times a day and intentionally put some of these heavier nursers on the back teats to make sure that everything is flowing smoothly. Now the other thing that we do is give Spirit a special supplement that helps to avoid the issue of mastitis, and that's a sunflower lecithin powder. So all of our mama dogs get that in their meals to help them with that. And you'll see here how I've got my hand down here. Pink Collar is resting her head in there, but the main reason I'm here is to support Yellow Collar, and that is so that Yellow Collar girl is able to manage to continue to nurse on that hind teat there, because I really want to encourage them to be nursing off of there. That's the primo spot, and in a week or so you'll find that they're all fighting to get on that one, but for now they're all tending to avoid it to some extent, just because it is harder work and they will fall off. And there, now Yellow's finished with that one. So let's tell you, oh, she says that's too much work. I'm going to go for the easy one here. Let's go through the puppies. We'll see if we can get Pink Collar on here. Hey, Pinky, do you like this one? So you sometimes have to just encourage them and show them where they are. And sometimes it's hard to believe how they will not latch on, and they will always have a favorite. They will develop a spot that's their favorite, their go-to nipple. And no matter what you want to do or how hard you try, you can't always convince them to try another one. And you can see that Pink Collar girl's not having any of that. She says, no, I'm not keen on that plan. Thank you very much. I'll go find my own spot. So we'll encourage Yellow Collar again, see if we can get her reattached, just to keep things flowing back here. And she says, I had enough too. So that's good. That gives us an opportunity now. I'm just going to sit sideways for this one, because this box is not big, and usually I have a pillow behind me. There we go. And it's a little hard for us all to fit in here. So what we're going to do for this video and for every video going forward, as we do for all of our litter update videos, is we're going to go through each of the puppies in birth order and tell you about them. So there were 2 puppies that were actually born on November 19th. The first puppy was born at 11:32 p.m. But because we only have 2 out of the 9 that were born on the 19th and the rest were born on the 20th, we're going to call it and say that their birthday is November the 20th, 2021. And here's Purple. Purple is our talkative puppy so far. Purple and yellow are the talkers and the big nursers. So there we go. We'll get him up there and on that hind teeth. Whoopsie daisy. And because I'm balancing him, that's why he's falling off a bit. There, I'll just hold them steady. And I'm just going to move my book over here so I can tell you about each of the puppies. We'll let Spirit's head be our holder there. So the first puppy that was born is Red Collar Boy. And Red Collar Boy, I believe, is the one that's underneath here, nursing. Come here, sweetheart. I'll just try and gently see if Purple can stay on there by himself. Maybe not. Okay, we'll see if we can get Red Collar off here. Oops. There, now I've got 2 hands. There we go, we got Red. I'll just put Purple back up. There we go. Now, normally in these videos, the mama dog is quite worried right away that I'm picking their puppies up. You'll see Spirit won't mind at all. Again, this is just by virtue of the fact that Spirit lives with me, so she's much more comfortable with me handling the puppies. She trusts me completely, and also because she is a very experienced mom. So Red Collar is a boy, and as you can see, he is a really handsome black party. He has a really good symmetry on his markings here. So 2 black eyes, and then that adorable black spot on his head there. Just a minute, Purple just fell off again. Sorry to keep interrupting, but it's important that we don't have Spirit getting mastitis. So there we go. Well, I'll use my foot. Oh my goodness, sorry about that. So here is Red Collar again. Hi. And then you can see all these beautiful markings on the back here for the party. Beautiful, pretty puppy. And Red Collar Boy weighed 315 grams, which is just a great birth weight. Next was Pink Collar, and finally a girl. Yay, we were so excited to have a girl. And Pink Collar is this beautiful ebony, just gleaming. You can just practically see yourself in these coats. This is just the most beautiful shiny coated litter that we have had for a long time. And she has that adorable white goatee, which actually comes from her grandma Bijou. Lots of white on her chest, and then these little icing sugar dip toes. And you can still see some of her umbilical cord there. It hasn't all fallen off yet. It's drying up, but it hasn't all come off. And Pink Collar Girl came in at 337 grams. She's a very good size. So that's a really healthy weight for a puppy. And next is Dark Blue Collar. It's a Purple Collar, keeps falling off. So see, this is why you can develop a problem with mastitis. And this is really important for new breeders to be aware of, is that you want to be always watching and making sure that your puppies are able to stay on these rear teats here. So Dark Blue Collar was next, and he's just underneath here. Now this litter has lots of different colors. Statistically, it would be 1/4 black, 1/4 caramel, 1/4 chocolate, and 1/4 cream. But you can see we only have 1 chocolate and we don't have any creams. So statistics aren't always 100% accurate. Dark Blue is another beautiful gleaming ebony puppy. And you can see he is almost solid black. There is just a little, tiny little bit of white hair there on his chest and a little hint of a goatee, but otherwise this is a beautiful solid black boy. Black puppies are my personal favorite. We used to have lots of black Labradoodles, but now there's hardly any of them, at least not in the multi-gen Australian Labradoodles. So it's really something special when you're able to get a beautiful black dog like this. And Mr. Dark Blue was 363 grams. So he was the biggest puppy in the litter at birth. Quite a big, big boy. Next is Purple Collar, the one that I was trying to encourage on the back there. And a purple collar is another boy, and he is another black and white party, very similar to red collar, but with a little bit more of the black on his head, slightly larger black spot on the top of his head, and then his black spots. And what I think is so cool about purple is he has this white circle around his tail. Really cool. That's something that's quite unusual. And purple collar boy was 341 grams. So another good healthy size puppy. And he certainly does have quite a good appetite. Although right now I can't encourage him to go any more on there. Then next we had yellow collar girl. Yellow collar girl is our puppy who is quite talkative right now. And she's a caramel abstract. On Facebook, when she first came out, I thought she was a phantom, but she's not. She's a beautiful golden collar, quite a nice dark color. No tip on her tail. Little bit of white on the toes here and white on the chest as well. So she's going to be quite a stunning looking girl. Yes, and a little bit of white on the face too. Really cute puppy. And yellow collar girl weighed 301 grams when she was born. So if you've watched our other videos, especially for our precious metals litter, you know these are really healthy weights. The precious metals litter that only has 2 puppies, those 2 puppies were 128 and 138 grams. So these puppies are considerably larger. Oh, and can you see tan color here? How sweet is that, right up, snuggling up with mom? How adorable. Next was orange collar. Now, orange collar is our only chocolate in the litter. I'm just going to move over here to give them all a little bit of a opportunity to move around. And orange collar is a phantom. This is the only phantom in the litter, and she is a chocolate phantom. So she is a replica of her papa, because you can see she has some white on her chest, just like her papa Bentley does. No white tip on the tail. So I'm going to say that she does not carry party. I'm going to guess that's the case. Hey, sweet girl. And orange collar girl, just move my book here. She was 306 grams. So again, a really nice size, really consistent sizes in these puppies, which is something that you really like to see as a breeder, because that means your mom had lots of good nutrition, and it means your puppies all had equal access to that nutrition when they were being cooked up there in the womb. There we go. And next we have light blue collar. And light blue collar here is sound asleep. Now this is personally my favorite in terms of color and markings. Light blue is a little black abstract boy. And look at how beautiful he is. He's got the gleaming ebony. He's got white just under his nose, so he has like a mustache under his nose, as well as the handsome goatee. The little dipped toes, and then beautiful amount of white on his chest here. And his hind toes are also dipped. No spot at the end of the tail. I don't think anybody has a white tip in this litter, which is really unusual for our litters. And light blue collar was 346 grams. So that's a really good size. Here, Mr. Blue, let's get you back up here. There we go. And after light blue was tan collar. And she's the one that's all snuggled up here with Spirit. Now this puppy is the closest to Spirit in terms of color. Now you can see lots of umbilical cord left on this puppy, so when I cut it off, I didn't cut it very close, obviously. So Spirit was pretty much this color when she was born, with the white markings, just as this puppy has. So I suspect as this puppy develops, she's going to probably lighten and become the same color as Spirit. Oh, and I lied, this one does have a white tip on the tail. Oh, so at least we have one. She has an adorable little white streak on her head here, white on her face. She has white on her paws, and she has lots and lots of white on her chest. And you can see the lighter color on her leg here. So that's the color that I think she'll end up maturing to be. So she is probably perhaps going to be a cream. Now what's the difference between a cream and a caramel? If she has a brown nose, she's a caramel. If she has a black nose like Spirit, then she's a cream. And Tan Color Girl was 320 grams. And last but not least is our smallest puppy in the litter, which is often the case that the last puppy is the smallest. Not always. We have had litters where the last puppy ended up being the biggest. And that is Silver Collar. And Silver Collar is also a girl, and she's also a caramel. Just trying to get this one up here. I'm just going to put my foot over here. There we go. And Silver Collar's over here. Come here. Yellow Collar's using silver as a pillow. Here we go. There she is. And you can see she's quite a bit of a different caramel color than her sister Tan Color. Much darker, definitely more of a caramel kind of shade going on there. Little bit of white on the back of the head there, on the paws, and some white on the chest there, and no tip on the tail. So only Tan has that white tip tail. And Miss Silver Collar, she came in at 296 grams. So that is all of the puppies. Oh my goodness, Blue Collar Boy is falling off again there. I'm just gonna put him back on. So this is how you end up developing these problems, because it's just really hard for the puppies to stay attached if somebody isn't helping them. So that's why we come in and we do all sorts of things to help. So right now the puppies eat and sleep, and they eat and they sleep, and that's it. And right now Spirit spends most of her time sleeping as well. She goes out just to go to the bathroom, that's it. And she's really eating well, doing a great job with that, and has a really good appetite. So we hope you enjoyed this birth announcement. We will be back next week with a 1 week update, and we will tell you all about the puppies and what they've done in the past week. We'll let you know how Spirit's doing, and we'll get you some new weights and let you know how the puppies are doing in terms of gaining weight as well. So we hope to see you again next week. Thanks so much for watching. Here you go, Pink. There you go.